welcome those of you that are joining us live via Facebook and those of you joining us on YouTube. We're going to continue today with our categories of the law series for the month of April. And last week we dealt with the laws and ordinances that ceased at the cross. But today, my brothers and sisters, we are getting into the laws that go beyond the cross. Yes, there are laws that the cross did not stop. And we're going to look at those today. We're going to look at the moral law. That didn't stop at the cross, y'all. We're going to look at the dietary law. And then we're going to look at a law that very few people realize is in the law of Moses, that it goes beyond the cross. That God must fulfill because it goes way beyond the cross, y'all. So now let's do ourselves a favor, because we're going to look at some of the scriptures that Christians use to say we ain't got to deal with no laws. We got grace. By doing this, let's go to Romans 6 chapter. Romans 6 and verse 14. Because the laws in this Bible are vast, y'all. They cover a lot of ground in our lives. Male and female laws, civil laws, holy day laws, all manner of laws. So that's why we're doing this whole month. And on our question and answer night on Wednesdays, we are doing answering the anti-law doctrines. Because there's a lot of them out there, y'all. Oh, a lot of those. But look, one of the scriptures here in passages in Paul's writings that people like to run to is Romans 6 and 14. Romans 6 and verse 14. One of their favorite ones. And then they go. They hit you with this one when they run. Romans 6 and 14, read that.
For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace.
See, brother, we're not under the law, we're under grace. Well, let's do ourselves a favor, y'all, by going to Psalms 119 and verse 34. Psalms 119 and 134. And we're going to look at a couple of them before we get to some of the specific laws that go beyond the cross. Psalms 119 and verse 34. Go read that one verse. Go ahead.
Deliver me from the oppression of men.
119 and 34. Oh, yeah, 119 and 34.
Give me understanding. And I shall keep thy law.
Wait a minute, the book said, give me understanding, and I will keep thy law. So what we just read right there in Romans 6 chapter, obviously don't apply to this. It applied to the law that was done away at the cross at Jesus' sacrifice. Because it said, give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. So Jesus came to end understanding? Nobody's supposed to get any understanding, but we're supposed to be under grace without understanding? Think about that. So you know that's another law. That was the law that was abolished at the cross. But this law, the Lord said, give me understanding and I shall keep thy law. Go ahead.
Yeah, I shall observe it with my whole heart.
And you shall observe it with your whole heart. So this goes along with the grace that God gives. And gave at the cross, y'all. So we're going beyond the cross. Let's go to 142. 119 and 142. You mean to tell me Jesus came and died to end understanding? Come on, y'all. Y'all know what we just read in Romans 6 chapter, verse 14 is talking about another law that you're not under. And we talked about that law last week. This week, we talking about the laws that go beyond the cross. Psalms 119 and 142. Read that one verse.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness.
Yes, sir.
And thy law is the truth.
And thy law is the truth. So if I'm to take that Romans 9 and 14, says, you may tell we're not under the truth. Think about it. So that Romans 6 chapter, when people run in and say we're not under the law, we're under grace, that was the one that died at the cross. But the truth goes on and on and on. That goes beyond the what? the cross, y'all. And he said, thy righteousness is the everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. So when you hear people talking about, we're not under the law, they actually tell you they're not under the truth. That ought to tell you right there what you got coming after that. Because watch this. Let's go to Proverbs 28 and 9. Proverbs 28 and 9. They're not under the truth, and you're not under no understanding. No wonder you got so many churches doing so many crazy things. No understanding and no truth. All because they're not understanding the categories of which law they're not under, which is the animal sacrifices and the judgment laws and the carnal ordinances imposed on Israel until the time of Reformation, which occurred in 30 AD. And ever since then, it's been by faith and not by the deeds of the carnal ordinances. Nevertheless, Proverbs 28 and verse 9. Read.
Ointment and
28 9? Yeah, Proverbs 28 and 9.
He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer, shall be an abomination.
Oh, you mean to tell me we're not under the law, so if you're not under the law, then your prayer is an abomination. Think about it. So you, without understanding, Jesus came for us to be without understanding, without the truth, and our prayers to bring abomination? Come on, y'all. He said, he that turneth his ear away from hearing the law, even his prayer is an abomination. So let's go to Proverbs 4 and 1. Jesus definitely did come to take away understanding or the truth or to make our prayers an abomination. That's why we want to look at the laws that went beyond the cross. Proverbs 4 and verse 1. Because the Lord is talking to the born again. Those that are born again now. Those that are converted now has become little children, as it is stated in Matthew 18 and 3. Read. Proverbs 4 and 1.
Hear ye children, the instruction of a father.
Yes, sir.
And attend to no understanding.
He talks to the ones that's converted. The ones that are born again right now. Go ahead.
For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law.
See, good doctrine gives you understanding. Good doctrine is the truth. The good doctrine makes sure your prayers are heard by God and they're not an abomination. That's why he said, forsake ye not my law. That is good doctrine. So Christ didn't come to put us under bad doctrine. But you got ministers that want you to think like that, but they're not telling you that they are without understanding, or they're not telling you, hey brother, he came and did. They're not telling you the truth, rather. They're telling you lies, but they're telling you you're not under. We know we are under good doctrine, understanding the truth, but we also want our prayers to be heard. So now let's go to Isaiah 8 and 16. Isaiah 8 and 16. Isaiah 8 chapter, verse 16. And when you hear people running around saying, the law ain't no more, we ain't got to worry about no law, he said, sir, that means you was without understanding, you definitely without truth, you ain't got no good doctrine, and your prayers is an abomination before the Lord, because you ain't hearing the law. You was not hearing the law. But look what Jesus did. Isaiah 8 and 16. Read.
Bind up the testimony. Seal the law among my disciples.
Wait, he said bind up the testimony and seal the what amongst his disciples? The law. Because his disciples got understanding. His disciples got truth. His disciples' prayers are heard, and his disciples carry good doctrine. They're not running around talking about or misunderstanding that Romans 6 chapter. Because what law we're not under, but under grace, is the animal sacrificial law. And we talked about that last week. But today we're going to deal with why we got good understanding, why he gave his disciples the law. He said, bind up the testimony and seal the law amongst my disciples. Now let's go to Revelation 14 14th chapter, verse 12. Revelation 14 and verse 12. And then we're going to go and look at people that don't have good, look at the verses they twist. Those that have, without understanding, we're going to look at the verses they use to perpetuate and promote falsehood and not the truth. But right here in Revelation 14 and verse 12. Read.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's why he said, bind the testimony and seal the law amongst my disciples. Because these are the saints that have the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. And that goes way beyond the cross, y'all. Goes beyond the cross. Go ahead, verse 13.
And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them.
And their works do follow them because they have the testimony of Jesus Christ, or the faith right here, it states, and they have the commandments of God. That's why he said, bind up the testimony and seal the law amongst my disciples. These are the Lord's saints. Because we have understanding, we have the truth. Did Jesus say, I'm the way, the truth, and the what? The life. Didn't he? And we got good doctrine. We're not getting ready for rabbits and eggs, y'all. That's bad doctrine. I'm not giving my child a rabbit and egg when we all know that is a lie. Because everybody knows rabbits don't lay eggs. Okay? Anyway, so now let's go back to Isaiah 8, and this time we're going to be verse 20. Isaiah 8 and 20. Isaiah 8 and verse 20. Isaiah 8 and verse 20. And when we have understanding, and when we have truth, and when we have good doctrine, and we are his disciples, and we are his saints, look what the Lord said right here. Isaiah 8 and 20. Read.
To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
See, this is what he put in his disciples. The law and the testimony. And he said, if they speak not according to this what? Word, it's because there's no light in them. And then Jesus said, you are the light of the what? World. Why? Because you bring what? Understanding. You bring the truth. You bring a good doctrine. Because you're not forsaking God's law. And you his disciples, and you his saints. And when you do that, let's go to Isaiah 42 and 21. You are operating and you want to die in the spirit of Christ, and you want to die with the works of God's commandments and the faith of Jesus going to the grave with you. Oh, you headed for the first resurrection, you go out like that. Okay? That's how you want to go. And look what the Lord did right here, Isaiah 42 and 21. Isaiah 42 and 21. And we're going to show you this law here that he said he magnified is beyond the cross. Or put it right in your lap. Go ahead.
42
and 21. Isaiah 42 and 21.
The Lord is well pleased for his righteous sake.
Yes, sir.
He will magnify the law.
Oh, he will magnify the law. This is what good doctrine does. This is what understanding does. This is what the truth does. It magnifies the law. He said he gonna magnify the law. Go ahead.
And make it honorable.
And make it honorable.
Amen.
So anytime you step in any ministry or any church that's gonna diminish the law, they ain't got the Lord in them. They do not have God. But watch this. He said, I magnify the law and make it honorable. Because what? That's understanding. That's truth. That's good doctrine. And your prayers are being heard because you are a disciple and the saint of the Most High God. Watch this. Keep going.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
Now wait a minute now. We talking beyond the cross because if you go look at the black community, what they want to call the African American community, or the Afro American community, whatever you want to call it. When you in the prison houses of America this day. Like I always hear the brother or sister that look like me. I say, I know one thing, my brother or sister, and I just met you. You either been in jail, you know somebody in jail, you know somebody on the way out of jail, or somebody on their way to jail. Right now, and I just met you, seen you in about 10 seconds. We've been together 10 seconds now. And I know that about you. You know what they say every time? Yeah, brother. And I'm talking about this day. Actually, yesterday. Anyway, dang. But all those you that are watching this, we know this is a fact. That there's a criminal justice system problem in America, elsewhere too, that comes to his people. But watch why this is so right now. Keep going.
They are for a prey,
yes, sir.
And none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith, restore. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Now,
he said for a time to come, and we living in these days, which means God's law is still honorable and effective right now. Listen, we good. Keep going.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil?
Yes, sir.
And Israel to the robbers. Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned?
Now look, they in now. In the prisons, in the jails, either for stealing, robbery, something that transgress the law, even moral laws, even civil laws, people in there for perjury. The law said, thou shalt not bear false witness. People get thrown in jail for that, lying to the judge. So we see, he said, who gave Jacob for spoil, Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord do this? Did we get to 24? Yeah, I'm sorry. He said, who among you will get into this? Who will hearken here for the time to come? Because this law that the Lord magnified and make it honorable goes beyond the cross. Go ahead, verse 24.
Who gave Jacob for a spoil, and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. Oh,
you mean to tell me we locked away people hid away in prison house for violating the law? And God did this?
Amen.
Which means the law goes way beyond the cross, y'all. Even God's laws that give us understanding, truth, good doctrine, y'all, and make us his disciples and his saints. So now let's do ourselves a favor. Look at the verses that they use to, we ain't got, I want to go to some of their favorites right now. 1 Timothy 1 and 7. Let's go to 1 Timothy 1 and 7. I'm sorry, Galatians. My bad. Galatians 5. We're going to go to Galatians, 5th chapter. And they love to run into Galatians, to kill the law, to kill understanding, to kill the truth, to make your prayers an abomination. That's why, and we got more churches in our neighborhood, and we got more people in jail. Ain't that a coincidence, y'all? No, because if we kill the law, look how we're filling up the jails and the prisons, houses. Think about it. We kill the law more than anybody else, because we got more churches in our neighborhood, but we got more people in jail than anybody else too. Think about it. It's a correlation, y'all. But this is one of the verses they love to run to. Galatians 5 and verse 4. It's a whole gaggle, and that's why we deal on Wednesday night, answering the anti-doctrine law. Anti-law doctrine, brother. The anti-law doctrines. And this is one of their favorites, y'all. Galatians 5, and start at verse 4. Let's read verse 4.
Christ has become of no effect unto you. Whosoever of you are justified by the law, you are fallen from grace.
See, brother, if you say you justified by the law, you fallen from grace. Check it out, they tell you that all day long. But wait a minute. We're talking about the law that abolished at the cross, y'all. We dealt with that last week. Because we know, matter of fact, let's read. Because I like to read stuff, y'all. Because I know a lot of brothers say a lot of things. But this brother right here like to read a lot of things. Let's go to Romans 10. Let's go to Romans 10th chapter. Sorry, Romans 5th chapter, I think. Make sure I got the right verse. Because it said justified by the law, but watch this. Romans 3rd chapter. Romans 3rd chapter is where we want to go. Romans 3 and let's go to Romans 3 and verse. Romans 3, and we're going to Romans 3:10 and because it talks about right here in Romans, is that different? I'm trying to make sure I get the right one. I'm sorry, 2 and 13. Romans 2 and 13. We just got to get ready. You justified by the law, you have fallen from grace, right? But watch this, y'all. Romans 2 and 13.
For not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified.
Oh, wait a minute. So obviously Galatians 5 and 4 is talking about the animal sacrificial law that we pointed out last week. Because if you're trying to sacrifice animals now, you fall from grace. And Christ has become of no effect to you. If you get ready to put animal, if you get ready to put meat on the table for the Passover, you saying you sacrificing animals. When the Passover is by faith now, in the blood and the wine, not by putting cedar on the table. But here we see, for not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law are justified because you have understanding. Because this Lord said, give me understanding and I shall keep that what? Law. Then he said the law is what? The what? Truth. And he said, forsake ye not my law. Forsake ye not, I give you good doctrine. Do what? Forsake ye not my law. So you can't just hear it, but you got to be a doer of exercising understanding the truth, good doctrine, and being his disciples. So obviously this law goes beyond the cross, y'all. So now let's go to Galatians 3:21. Galatians 3:21. Yeah, I gotta get to read it, y'all. I ain't gonna stand up and start blabbing off the top of my head what I feel and what I felt. You get enough of that on tomorrow. Okay? Galatians 3 and 21. This is another favorite they like to do. Read.
Is the law then against the promise of God? God forbid, for if there had been a law given which could have given life, verily righteousness should have been by the law.
See, bro, you can't get no righteousness by the law, because you under grace. Christ did away with that law, brother. What you talking about? Brother, that's the animal sacrificial law, man. Why I know that? Because look what Jesus did in Luke. Let's go to Luke 10 and 25. Jesus knew this law would go beyond his death. He knew it would go beyond his death. It's these modern day anti-law doctrines that don't believe that. They really don't. But we're going to show you the laws that go beyond the cross. Luke 10 and verse 25. I got to read it to you, man. Because as soon as I start honoring out of my mind what I think, how I felt, child, please. Read.
And behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life?
So this is a good question. What shall I do? Because you got to do something if you're going to get eternal life. That's why we read, here are the patience of the saints. They're that have the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. And their works do follow them. What works you think they got to do? His commandments and have his faith. That's what gives us understanding, truth, and good doctrine. So watch this. He asked a good question, but he was tempting the Lord. That's why I said a lawyer, certain Lord stood up and tempted. But watch what the Lord said to him, verse 26.
He said unto him, what is written in the law? How readest thou?
Oh, how readest thou? Oh, you must read the law. And if you say the law is done away with now, you ain't reading no laws. You just running around with what pastor said and what pastor said. And what deacon so-and-so said and what the choir said. That's what you get. And that ain't gonna keep you out the lake of fire. That's why he said, what is written in the law and how readest thou? Go ahead.
And he answered said, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart.
Yes, sir.
And with all thy soul.
Yes, sir.
And with all thy strength.
Yes, sir.
And with all thy mind. And thy neighbor as thyself.
Yes, sir.
And he said unto him, thou hast answered right. This do, and thou shalt live.
Whoa, you mean tell the law got some life in it? Interesting. We read that in Galatians. Ain't no sin with guilt or life, because it's talking about the animal sacrificial law. And the deeds of the law. Wearing fringes ain't gonna give you no life, brother. You may look righteous, but on the inside, if his laws ain't there, you just walk around looking good, but you gonna find out how bad you was when you come up in that last resurrection. Nevertheless, he said, this man has answered right, this do, and thou shalt what? Live. So there is this law that went beyond the cross, because we all want to do what? Live. And if we do this, like this man said to Jesus, love the Lord thy God, all our heart, all our soul, and all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. Jesus told him, thou hast answered what? Right. That's the right thing to do, y'all. That's why he said, the Lord said, I'm going to magnify the law and make it what? Honorable. And when you disregard the law, you know what happens when you disregard laws, y'all. Let me walk up in your house and do whatever I want to do in your house. I would get immediate rebuke. Hello? And anybody else's house, and the same you come here. Okay? So watch this now. Let's go on to another one of their favorites. Then we're going to get into these categories. Let's go to Romans 10th chapter, verse 4. Romans 10 and 4. They love to run to this one too, y'all. I'm like, wow. And they run here with no understanding, no truth, and no good doctrine. Then they're going to turn around and tell you, brother, you putting the people in bondage. I'll never forget, I hit that brother with that Proverbs 4th chapter. And I was out on the street in front of, we was at a festival. And he railed on me, called me a false prophet. But when I hit him with that Proverbs 4th chapter, it was over. Why? Because it exposed that he had no understanding, no truth, nor was he a disciple of the Lord. So here goes another one of their favorites, y'all. Romans 10 and verse 4. Romans 10th chapter and verse 4. Read.
For Christ is the end of the law, for righteousness to everyone that believeth.
See, Christ is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes. So ain't no more law. Really. So Christ came to end understanding, in the truth, in good doctrine. Come on, man. You actually believe that, dude. Don't let me mess around and go, oh, brother, that's sin. Oh, dude, that's the law. I'm keeping the law by keeping my hands off your wife and keep my hands on my wife. How about that? Hello? So Christ didn't end. So this is talking about the end of the sacrificial law in one aspect, and it's pointing to a Christ, because the goal of us all is to be Christ-like, if we believe. Nevertheless, let's do ourselves a favor. Let's go to Matthew 23 and 23. Because that guy was acting like this. Matthew 23 and 23. The Pharisees. Because you do have your modern day Pharisees. Okay? Oh, brother, I look so ever good. You know, on the morrow, it's looking good. And, you know, man, I got dollars coming. And on the day, oh, plus I got my furnace and my most beautiful beard. Dude, where the righteousness at, though? Okay? That's what the Lord looking for. Nevertheless, Matthew 23 and 23, watch this.
Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith.
No, you mean tell me the weightier matter of the law got judgment in it? That's why they don't want to deal with no laws, y'all. They don't want you to get no judgment in it, which means making the right decision about understanding, about truth, about good doctrine. Then he says mercy and what? And faith. Go ahead.
These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
Go ahead.
Ye blind guides, which strain at a gnat and swallow a camel.
So these are blind guides, y'all, that's running around talking about the law ain't no more, or they omitting things of the law. They blind guides. They guiding people. That's why you got people running around thinking the law ain't no more. It's all done away with. Jesus did it all on the cross. No, he did all the animal sacrifices on the cross, y'all. That's what he did. We dealt with that last week. He took it away the first day. He may establish the second. So now let's look at Paul. Let's go to Romans 7:25. Let's see what Paul serves. Romans 7:25. No light. The law ain't got no light. Christ the end of the law. Well, Christ is no effect to you. Without understanding, without truth, and without good doctrine, that's what you hear all day tomorrow. And the majority, 98% of the Christians you hear will tell you that flat out in their response to the law, that they have no understanding, they have no truth, and they don't have good doctrine, y'all. So look what Paul said right here, Romans 7 and verse 25. Read.
I thank God through Jesus Christ our Lord. So then with the mind, I myself serve the law of God.
I thought that was abolished at the cross. How Paul served the law of God, that was abolished at the cross? Because he abolished the animal sacrifices.
Amen.
Not the law of God at the cross. The law of God goes beyond the cross. Therefore, he served the law of God with his mind. Go ahead.
But with the flesh, the law of sin.
See, sin is present in all of us, y'all, right now. So which one you going to obey? You going to get the law of God in your mind, or are you going to get it in your flesh? Now think about this. If you've been told all your life, I ain't got to worry about no law. You ain't got no law of God in your mind. So the only law you really been serving is a law of sin in your flesh. That's why I was smart. Hit me with this book, because I thought I was saved full of grace and going to heaven. Till somebody hit with this book, whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, dude, I'm on my way to the lake. Even though I had Jesus' name in my mouth. Even though I had Christmas every year. I had my Halloween, had my rabbits and my eggs every year for 27 years. Till somebody hit with the book, I was like, I never knew you, crowd. Now watch this. Let's skip down to Romans 8 chapter and verse 6. Because you would not be taught the categories of the law by carnal-minded people. They just slap all the law together and throw. You even got Bibles running around that don't even have the Old Testament. They just totally disregard.
Yeah.
It's just strictly New Testament. And actually, to tell you the truth, it's really like Galatians, a few scriptures in Romans, and they like to throw one on the, brother, if you offended one point of the law, you offended it all. Then they just throw it all in the garbage. That's one of the little favorites they like to throw out the pocket. I pull out their back pocket. But right here, Romans 8 and verse 6. Read.
For to be carnally minded is death.
Yes, sir.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Now we're going to see what the carnal mind is right here, and we're going to see what the spiritual mind got. Go ahead.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against God.
So the enmity is against God. Go ahead.
For it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be.
Whoa, you ain't taking, so all my life for 27 years, I was saying, man, I ain't got to worry about no laws. But wait a minute, that's what I got taught by my parents. Wait a minute. But that's what we went to church and found out, and that's what the preacher told me. So you mean to tell me that's what I've been sitting in front of for 27 years, a carnal-minded man? All those years until somebody hit me with the word of God. I was living like this. And it said, and then you hear people running around talking about, neither indeed can be, no, brother, you can't keep the law. They'll tell you, you can't keep the, they'll tell you that. Why? Because that's a carnal mind that is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. So we're going to look at what are categories of the law that go beyond the cross, y'all, by doing this. Let's go to Romans 7:7. We're going to look at the first one that go beyond the cross, and that is God's 10 Commandments. AKA the moral law, AKA the royal law, by looking at Romans 7 and verse 7. This category has everything to do with morals, okay? It is the basis for living a peaceful life with man and with God. And we're going to see this. Romans 7 and 7. Read.
What shall we say then? Is the law of sin?
Hold on. Now, if you sit up on the ministries that got their doors open on Sunday, you would actually think that. Man, dealing with the Mosaic law, that's sin, dude. Brother, you ain't got to, you falling from grace, brother. You putting the people in bondage. Those false prophets, they're legalists. Don't pay attention to them. That's what they call us, legalists, because they're making his law sin. I'm like, wow. So that's why Paul said, what shall we say then? Is the law sin? Finish that.
God forbid.
God forbid.
Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law.
That's the only way we know what sin is, y'all. Sin can't be according to what Brother Jacob think, or Pastor so-and-so said, or Brother so-and-so think. No. The book just identifies how we know sin. And if there's no law, if the law got all the law done away with at the cross, ain't no sin. And everybody know something wrong with the world. Hello? Somebody wrong in your neighborhood. Some might be wrong in your house. Some might be wrong in your mind. But it all comes down, what is it that we know how sin, what sin is? We had not known it but by the law. Go ahead.
For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
Now where Paul get that from, y'all? Where did Paul get this thou shalt not covet from? Let's go and see that. Let's go to Exodus 20th chapter and verse 17. This is where he got it from. Exodus 20 and 17. This law goes beyond the cross. Because believe you me, greed is a very dangerous sin, y'all.
Yes.
Oh boy. This is a very dangerous sin. You know, a greedy person is never satisfied until they done lost everything. Then they be like, I'm in the street, I had it all. By gambling, you lose it all when you in covetousness. Lust leads to adultery, leads to all manner of perversion. That's why the law says, thou shalt not covet. Let's go and read exactly where Paul got that from. Because remember, he said the saints, those that have right, they speak to the law and the testimony. So let's go here, Exodus 20 and verse 17, because that covetousness has got many of great men, took them out. Took them out. Solomon, David is a very dangerous sin, y'all. It's a blinding. Gimme, gotta get it, more, till the next thing you know, boom, you took out. I never saw it coming, because you was in lust, you was in sin, which this law right here tells us about. We're going to read this one verse, Exodus 20 and 17. Read.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's
That's
house.
where he got it from. Thou shalt not covet. And he goes on to expound in the law here. Thou shalt not covet thy what?
Neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor.
See, when we start getting to lusting for the things that are neighbor, you start getting into trouble. Nothing never satisfies you. But this is the law that goes beyond the cross. So let's start at the top of this thing, y'all. Let's go to Exodus 20 and verse 1. Exodus 20 and verse 1. Read.
And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Now you got people that hate God. The Lord showed you that. But watch what else is in the law. Go ahead.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that
so
love.
This is why Jesus said, you hypocrites, laying aside the weightier matters of the law, judgment, and what? Mercy. Amen. Here it is in the law. He's showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me. This is in the law, so you want to keep it, because when you keep the law, you keep it what? Mercy. Think about it. This goes beyond the cross. Who don't need mercy from God today, y'all?
Amen.
Where you at? Where the man, where the brother at? Where the sister at? Where you at? Even if you're in church on Sunday, you need mercy.
Yes.
Who don't need mercy? Where they at? I need some mercy. You need some mercy. And last one of us need mercy. He said, showing mercy to thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. That's why Jesus said, as in Revelation 14, 12 says, here's the patience of the saints. They that had the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus Christ. Because he said, they love me and keep my commandments. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. And it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill.
Now wait a minute. Now, has that changed, y'all? Anybody want to be killed? No. Keep the law, please. Thank you very much. I want you killing me. I want to kill you. You won't kill me. Has that changed, y'all? So that means everything we read down to this has not changed. And keep going.
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Has that changed? If you want to find out if it changed, now go mess around on your spouse. You'll find out real quick. This law is a fact right now if you marry. Right now. Ain't this day beyond the cross, y'all?
Yeah.
Hello, people. It's beyond the cross. All of this. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not steal.
Hey, you want a thief in your house? And I'm reading back here in Exodus, y'all. I call this really the international law, y'all. Because nowhere on this planet do you want a thief to be around you. Nowhere on this planet do you want to be murdered. Nowhere on this planet, I don't care what country you're in, is a man going to want his wife to be messing around him, or do a wife want her husband messing around her. Nowhere on the planet, y'all. This is the international law. It don't matter what country you're in. Okay? Nobody wants to be around a thief. And you got jails all around the planet, y'all. You show me a place that ain't got no jails for thieves and murderers, and it's chaos, it's anarchy. So this is the international law. I put it like that. Don't matter what color skin you is, thou shalt not commit adultery. But Paul said, keep on, we get to it, go ahead.
Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Go in that court. Tell that judge, hey judge, look, I did not shoot that man. Why you think you in court in the first place? Because you shot him, dude. Anyway, next.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor.
Oh, what did Paul say? I have not known sin except the law has said thou shalt not. So all of this points out that which is beyond the cross, which is still good to this day. And if you violate any of these, it is what? Sin. And this is beyond the cross, y'all. So now let's go to Romans 13 chapter. Romans 13. And it's going to be like we picked it up. We kept going. We're going past the Gospels. You go past Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Okay? All that talk about how the Messiah came and died for our sins. Yes, he did. And he abolished the animal sacrifices and the carnal laws. And time of reformation is in full effect. And watch this. Romans 13, and verse 9. Read.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Oh, wait a minute now. So this is beyond the cross, yes, sir. And we just have to come out of the 10 Commandments, which go beyond the what? Cross. So that means the Sabbath day is still good. Today is the Sabbath. So everybody that's running around in there tomorrow thinking they are in what? Sin. That's why on the first day of the week, it's so much confusion, so many different denominations, so many different opinions, no understanding, no truth, no good doctrine. Everybody trying to find a good doctrine. I never forget, I heard one say, man, I just, it just don't seem right in that place. So I want to go over to this other preacher. Oh, what day you going to? Son? Oh, so you just going around looking for the one that sounds good to you. Because he trying to find good doctrine, now realizing ain't none of them got no good doctrine. None of them. Because today is the Sabbath day. We are not in sin when we keeping the Lord's Sabbath. But we see right after that, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness. Because we get jails for people that do this. That's why the Lord said he's going to magnify the law and make it what? Honorable, because it's about thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And read verse 10.
Love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
Oh, that's what we doing when we keeping our hands off our brothers, our sister, white husband, or our brothers' wives. We are fulfilling the law, and Jesus did not end this at the cross. It's beyond the cross, y'all. Beyond the cross. So now let's go to the next. Let's go to the next thing. With matter of fact, let's go to James 2 and 8. James 2 and 8. James 2 and verse 8. It is the moral law. It is the king's law. It is the 10 Commandments, y'all. That goes beyond the cross. Somebody got showed up in court on Monday for lying, for bearing false witness. Somebody got put in jail last week for killing. Somebody get a divorce next week because they committed what? Adultery against their spouse. You think I'm joking? Go check out go to the criminal justice system or the judiciary system, y'all. You got Congress bringing somebody up to make sure they ain't perjuring themselves, receiving accounts, okay, so they don't go bear false witness. Hey, brother, we got to make sure we on the level, man. All right, let's get this counsel, make sure we straight, so they can keep the what? The law, even the moral laws, y'all. Okay? So watch what it says in James 2 and 8. Start there. James 2 and 8.
If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, ye do well.
Also, it's also called the royal law. The royal law, y'all. He said, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Ye do what? Well. But we read last week, to commit sin is not to do well according to Genesis 4th chapter. If you do not well, sin lies at the door. We read that last week. So to keep it is to do well, keeping the royal law. This is beyond the cross, y'all. Okay? Let me go out there and commit murder tonight. It'll be on the news right quick. Oh, bad preacher, in Katy, Texas, commit murder. He right quick. Well, if the law was done away with, that shouldn't have said nothing. Everybody should be saying, yay! That brother, he's so godly. Yeah, right. Anyway, nevertheless, watch this, verse 9.
But ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin.
Oh, well now, if you have respect of persons, you sitting up there looking at race, oh, that brother is black, that brother is white. You commit what? Sin. Go ahead.
And are convinced of the law as transgressors.
So that's what sin, look at the law that's going beyond the cross. This is what we're talking about. Because it says we are convinced of the law as transgressors. That's what sin, that's why Paul said, I have not known what sin was, except the law has said, thou shalt not. That's why I said, and are convinced of the law as transgressors. Go ahead.
For whosoever shall keep the whole law, and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all.
So what law are we talking about here, y'all? Keep going.
For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also.
Stop. For he that said, do not commit adultery. Where was that written at, y'all? Exodus 20th chapter. But he the same one that said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. For 6 days shalt thou labor, but the seventh is the Sabbath of the Lord. He also said that. So now we're saying, for he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, go ahead.
Do not kill. Now if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law.
Oh, so if you're not keeping the Lord's Sabbath day, but you call yourself married, guess what? You still in sin. It opens the door for you to commit adultery because you're not observing that which is holy. You are not observing the good doctrine. You are not observing the truth. Therefore, you give way for sin to come in. And guess what? That's why eventually you find these houses full of adultery. Straight up. Especially on Sunday. Oh, man, oh boy, y'all seen some of the cases where some of these preachers have took advantage of women. Why? They appear so godly, and I've heard some of the speeches. Oh, brother, sound good, man. Very convincing. Understood. But guess what? You're not keeping the Lord's Sabbath day, which means sin is still in the door with you. It's right there. So it makes a difference what day you keep the Sabbath and observe, because it is the law that go beyond the cross. Now watch this. Show you what I mean. Let's go to Hebrews 4th chapter. Hebrews 4 and 11. And then we're going to move on to the next law. Hebrews 4 and 11. Hebrews 4th chapter. Hebrews 4 and 4, sorry. Hebrews 4 and 4. Read.
For he spake in a certain place of the seventh day on this wise, and God did rest the seventh day from all his work.
Now we read that out of the royal law, didn't we? We read that. That's the Sabbath day. That's today. For he spake in a certain place on this wise, God did rest the seventh day from all his works. Then we went into honoring our mother and our father. What mother and father on one day honor? Go ahead. Okay? So that came right after the Sabbath day. So right there, we see this is beyond the cross. Go ahead.
And in this place again, if they shall enter into my rest, seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein.
Whoa, so wait a minute. So the Sabbath day really hasn't got here yet, y'all? We're just practicing to get into it. Because he said, seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein. Go ahead.
And they to whom it was first preached entered not in because of unbelief.
See, they didn't keep the Sabbath day or observe this day because they didn't believe in God. He said, they to whom it was first preached entered not in because of unbelief. That's why we preach the Sabbath day. If you're a believer, you're in the church on the Sabbath day. If you're an unbeliever, you're not in church on the Sabbath day. Uh-oh. Think about it, the magnitude of that. But keep going.
Again, he limited a certain day, saying in David, today, after so long a time, as it is said, today if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. For if Jesus had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day?
See, the Lord didn't put an end to the Sabbath day, y'all. It's still going beyond the cross. Why? Go ahead.
There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God.
Also, the day of rest remains beyond the cross. God didn't come and change it or say anything about the first day of the week. It's the seventh day, today. There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. The people of God rest on this day because it's the law that goes beyond the cross, because it's the law that gives us understanding. It is the truth. It is good doctrine. Our prayers are heard. We are the saints of God because we keep this day. And we speak to the law and the testimony. We ain't running around with half a book of understanding. Half a book. Some people got a couple of pages of understanding. A couple of verses, really. Anyway, it gets all the way down to that. Because everything else is an opinion. Nevertheless, there remained a rest to the people of God. Go ahead, verse 10.
For he that is entered into his rest, he also has ceased from his own works, as God did from his.
When did God cease from his rest, y'all? Works. On the seventh day. That's why we rest on the what? Seventh day. We follow an example of God. Not some man that tells, oh, brother, you got to rest on the first day that we can show up on church. No. We follow, like I said, he that has entered into his rest, he also has ceased from his own works as God did from his. And what did verse 4 say? For he spake a certain place on the seventh day on this wise, and God did rest the what? The seventh day. It didn't say the first day, y'all. So tomorrow is nothing but sin. It's all sin. Because they're not paying attention to the law. They'll go beyond the cross, nor are they entered to the rest that remains. That's why we in it today. As God did from all his works. And to show you that the church did, let's go and read this one verse, y'all. Acts 15:21. And then we're going to go to the next law. Acts 15:21. Watch this, y'all. The church beyond the cross. This is the church I come out of. Right here. Acts 15:21. Read.
For Moses of old time hath in every city them that preach him, and being read in the synagogues every Sabbath day.
Oh, so Moses of old time hath in them every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogues. What? Every what? Sabbath day. Let's go to Acts 18 chapter and look at Paul's custom. I'm sorry, 17 chapter. Acts 17 and 2. Read.
And Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them in 3 Sabbath days, reasoned with them out of the scriptures.
So he went in on the Sabbath day. So that goes beyond the cross. Like we read in Hebrews, there remaineth a rest to the people of God. What is today? The seventh day. Because honor our father and our mother come right behind it. Ain't that good to today, y'all? That's not commit adultery. Ain't that good to today? Go check your wife or your husband, see if you can go mess around. Right quick, they let you know. Okay? So that's good to it right now. Beyond the what? Cross. And where we put all the murderers at, y'all? And the killers? We got people going to get executed for committing murder. Because they violated the law. Even God's law, y'all. Which is the highest. It's moral law. The king's law. So let's move on to the dietary law, y'all. The next law that go beyond the cross. I'm going to show you right quick. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians 1:7. Because Leviticus, actually, let's go to Leviticus 11. 11:1. Leviticus 11:1. This is the next law that go beyond the cross. We know the moral law goes beyond the cross. Because if y'all was thinking I'm straight up lying to y'all be like, click, next. We want to hear liars, y'all. Come on. Can't trust nothing he said. Everything come out that brother mouth is a lie. He be like, child, please, we go. Okay? But now let's look at the dietary law. Because this go beyond the cross. So we're going to read Leviticus 11:1. We're not going to read all the little particulars in this case. We're just dealing with the category, y'all. We do have a lesson called the dietary law, which go in depth. Nevertheless, we're looking at the laws that beyond the cross. Leviticus 11:1. Read.
And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
Now look, skip down to verse 7.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
Now look, let's skip down to verse 46. Read.
This is the law of the beast, and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten.
Now, this is the law, the dietary law. So, just point out, Leviticus 11 chapter is also Deuteronomy, I think it's Deuteronomy 14 chapter. So, these chapters point out that we should make a difference between unclean and clean, and the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. Now let's go to the end of the matter, y'all. Let's go beyond the cross, well, not too far beyond it, but let's go beyond today, y'all, by going to Isaiah 66 and verse 15. Isaiah 66 and verse 15. And we're going to talk about the coming of the Lord. The coming of the Lord. Isaiah 66 and verse 15. Read.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Now hold this spot and let's go to 2 Thessalonians 7, 1 and 7. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 7. The Lord is coming with fire, and we all know Jesus ain't came, his first coming, he came as the Lamb of God to be sacrificed. Jesus got whipped 40 times. They threw him up on the cross, y'all. So he ain't come with no fire, y'all. But the next time, let's see what Paul said the next time Jesus come, y'all. Whoa, let's see how he coming, y'all. 2 Thessalonians, 1st chapter, and verse 7. Read.
And to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord Jesus shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, and flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Oh, wait a minute. Paul read that all the way back there from Isaiah 66 chapter, and he wrote about the coming of Jesus. Yes, sir. In flames of fire, and it says, taking vengeance on them that know not God, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
Who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power.
So when he come back from, people that know not God, that's why ignorance ain't good. Amen. Especially nowadays, y'all. Come on, man. You can go right on your smartphone pile. Who came up with Sunday? Well, Jesus. Who came up with Christmas? Well, Jesus. Who came up with Easter egg, the bunny rabbit? Well, we know that ain't got nothing to do with it. You can do that right now. Instant information. So even more so in these days and time, people are either willfully want to reject the truth, or you see the truth and you, hey man, I'm going for it. I ain't got time to be being ignorant. But that's what we living in these days. People are either willfully being ignorant, or people are turning to the truth. Because it's so readily available right now. Readily available. So when he come back and flame of fire, taking vengeance on them that knows not God, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ, to punish them with everlasting destruction, they're going to be worthy of it. Especially nowadays, y'all. We ain't got no excuses. Technology moves things so quick, man, you can find out stuff, pow. Used to be back when I was in the Word, I had to go down to the library and get a whole bunch of books and put everything together. Now I just pull up my smartphone. Wow, I ain't got to go to the library, man. I can show you Easter's paper right now. Okay? That's how quick information is. So when this happens, whoa, let's go back to Isaiah 66 and 16. Read.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
There's a lot of people that know not God and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. Because they say, oh, brother, the law was done. You putting people in bondage. That's what they behind. That's what they following, y'all. That's why many is on that. That's why I went and showed you their favorite verses. Many say, oh, brother, you are preaching the law. You falling from grace. You feel justified by the law. Christ has no effect to you. Don't you know Christ is the end of the law? How many people actually believe that? That's why he said, the slain of the Lord gonna be many. The slain of the Lord gonna be many, y'all. Because they're not paying attention to the laws that went beyond the cross. And why they not paying attention, go ahead, verse 17.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh.
Oh, so that constitutes obeying the gospel if you're keeping the dietary law? Oh, you mean tell me he come to kill a lot of swine eaters? Yes, sir, because the dietary law go beyond the cross, y'all. Wait till this day, y'all. Even on the natural side, when I found out about pork, that's why I particularly picked that one, because it's so popular and it's highly promoted. Hey, pork is the new meat. No, it's a meat that's going to get you destroyed when the Lord comes back. And you don't want to die like that. But when I got the natural understanding about what swine does to your flesh and what's in it, I was like, whoa. Man, had I read that when I was 18 years old or 15 years old, I would told my mama, look, mama, I'm not eating no pork chops. I'm telling you now. Spank me, whoop me, but I'm done with it. Give me that beef. She probably would have spanked me for that, but I would took a whipping rather than putting that food just in my body. Because they got stuff in there. Look at swine. You'd be amazed. I'm like, whoa. Dang. So that's why you hear some religions, they'll say, don't eat the pork, even what they call Islam. They say, don't eat that, man, because they get over to the physiological side. We do it because we keep the commandments of God. Amen. Have the faith of Jesus Christ. That's why we do it. And when the Lord come back, he said, they that sanctify themselves and they purify themselves behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh and the abomination. Go ahead. And the what?
And the mouth.
Oh, so that's why we got rat traps out there. So next time you catch a rat, throw them up on your plate too. Okay? Because you willing to eat a pork chop, you willing to eat a rat. And y'all know how nasty that is. That's how nasty that swine is. We got a thing on our website about swine. I'm like, whoa. That's physiologically. I'm like, man, dude, if I'd heard about that when I was 10 years old, I'm like, the one that stinks. And all manner of diseases come with that. Nevertheless, he said, the mouse and the abomination shall be what?
Shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
See, that's the fire that's coming. The Lord gonna burn them up, y'all. He gonna burn them up. Nevertheless, let's go to Acts 10th chapter and show you what the Lord did. Because I even see new books, these new Bibles, they collapse on themselves and they try to say, see, God made all foods clean. No wonder the Lord said the slain of the Lord will be many. Woo, because you got a lot of false prophets that without understanding, without the truth, because he said, give me understanding and I will keep thy law. Thy law is the truth. I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law. Then they turn around and tell you, because they threw all that away, see, man, you can eat everything. Really, all meats are clean. So they done made their Bible say that. But watch this. Acts 10, we're going to start at verse 9. Because in this chapter, it's a protocol. The stranger in particular, this is the Gentile, who was praying to God, and the Lord saw his prayer because he had fear with it. So the Lord said, let me get him into my institution. So he can get some knowledge and understanding, so he can get some truth, so he can get some good doctrine. Okay? And become a disciple by having the law and the testimony sealed in him. So Peter had to be prepared for this. And read that verse 9. Read.
Can I know?
Yep.
On the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city, Peter went up upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour.
Now, the 6th hour of the day biblically is noon. Okay, noon. Go ahead, which is about lunchtime, right? Ain't that when we get hungry, y'all, around lunchtime? Go ahead.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten. But while they made ready, he fell into a trance. And saw heaven open, and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners and laid down to the earth.
Because the earth has four corners, north, east, south, and west. Go ahead.
Wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air.
So the Lord was just showing Peter all manner of people. Okay? As I said, all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, wild beasts, because you got some wild people out there. You be like, wow, y'all live like that? Whoa. In some remote places, y'all, you be like, dang, they live like that? Woo. So he said the wild beasts and the creeping things and fowls of the air. Go ahead.
And there came a voice to him, Rise, Peter, kill and eat. But Peter said, Not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean.
Oh, so when Jesus died, Peter didn't think the dietary law was over. And this is 7 years after Jesus' death and resurrection. And Peter had been filled with the Holy Ghost. And was flourishing in the church. So he being the head of the church, he said, I had never eaten anything that is common or unclean. So you know what the church was doing there. They want to know, we can eat in, oh brother, you can pray over it all. See, Christ made all things clean. Child, please. This right here show you that's a lie. And that's why they are without the law, which gives us what? Understanding and truth and good what? Doctrine. Right here, this chapter just crush all that. So the dietary law we know is good beyond this day. And Peter said, I have not eaten anything common or unclean. But notice what was going on here. Let's see what this chapter was really about. Go ahead.
And the voice spake unto him again the second time, What God hath cleansed, what God hath cleansed, that call not thou common. This was done thrice, and the vessel was received up again into heaven. Now
thrice means 3 times. Okay, y'all? Go ahead.
Now while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean, behold, the men which were sent for Cornelius had made an inquiry for Simon's house, and stood before the gate, and called and asked whether Simon, which was surnamed Peter, were lodged there. While Peter thought on the vision that the Spirit said unto him, Behold, 3 men seek thee.
See, that's why these 3 times it appeared unto him thrice, because it was 3 men that were seeking him. So this is what the whole vision was about, because the Spirit said unto him, Behold, 3 men seek thee. Go ahead.
Arise, therefore, and get thee down, and go with them, doubting nothing, for I have sent them.
See, the Spirit was seeing those that lack to those that have.
Amen.
See, that's why we got to be mindful. The Lord is saying, hey, they'll come sooner or later. The Lord drop things on them, and they fear God. It's coming, y'all, sooner or later. But notice, let's get down to what the whole matter was pretty much. Verse 28.
And he said unto them, Ye know how that is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one another, another nation. But God has showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean.
Oh, so that's what it was all about. That's why he had the vision. So he could see and be shown, because there was a law. Israel didn't. That's why the Lord abolished that at the cross. We all have access to the Father through one Spirit. And we are founded on the apostles and the prophets in one household, y'all. So that's why Peter had to be showed this. And he said, but God has showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. Not food, had nothing to do with food, y'all. Even though the Lord was showing them, look, guess what? These people are unclean, just like the food is unclean. But he said, I never eat anything common or unclean, which tells us the dietary law went beyond the what? Cross. And when the Lord come back with flame of fire, taking vengeance on them that know not God and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ, the slaying of the Lord will be many, because that dietary law is solid right now. So now let's go look at the next law. And this is the law of Israel's return. The law of Israel's return. Now go into Luke 24 and 25. Luke 24th chapter and verse 25. Because in the law, it talks about days beyond us. In Moses' law, it talks about the return and the gather of God's people, and the law, that law has yet to be fulfilled. Jesus ain't did that yet. And we're going to read that by understanding first what Jesus said about the law of Moses. Luke 24 and start at verse 25. 24 and 25.
Then he said unto them, O fools, and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken.
See, fools like Jesus. Now Jesus said this: "O fools, slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken." So we got to believe what we're going to read, y'all, concerning Israel's return. And it's in the law of Moses, in the first 5 books. We're going to read it, y'all. Nevertheless, go ahead.
Ought not Christ to have suffered these things and to enter into his glory? And beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself.
Oh, so if we're going to learn about Jesus, we start where? We're beginning at what? Moses. So what if we run talking about Moses? That stuff is done. I ain't got to pay attention to that. What did we just do? We just became fools. Think about it. So skip down to verse 44. Because he started at Moses. That's why somebody asked, man, what's a good place to start learning about Jesus? In Moses. In Moses' writings, y'all, and all the prophets. So skip down to verse 44.
And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was yet with you, that all things must be fulfilled.
Might be fulfilled. What did it say?
Must be fulfilled.
It could be fulfilled. Really good. What did it say?
Must be.
Probably. The book said all things must be. Do you know what must be fulfilled means? So whatever ain't done now, that we know ain't been done yet, when we go read it, it's going to happen. Amen. Guaranteed. Or Jesus is alive in the form of God, if you don't believe what all that the Moses and the prophets have said. So Jesus said, yeah, with you, I was there with you, that all things must be fulfilled. Go ahead.
Which were written in the law of Moses.
Book of Enoch. Anyway, interesting. He said in the law of Moses. The law of Moses, y'all. Go ahead.
And in the prophets.
Oh, when we read that in Isaiah, he said, behold, the Lord is coming with flame of fire, and the slain of the Lord going to be many. A lot of people are going to die when Jesus comes back. That's going to be fulfilled. We're deciding right now what part of that we're going to be in. You be part of the many and millions that's going to get slain by the Lord, or you're going to be standing with the Most High with his commandments and the faith of Jesus. We're working that out. That's why I say, he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. Yeah, we can save you from that faith, Jesus, but he come back to slay them that obey not the gospel too, y'all. It's full-fledged, owned like Donkey Kong, y'all. So he said, which is written in the law of Moses and in the prophets. Go ahead.
And in the Psalms concerning me.
Yes, sir.
Then opened he their understanding that they might understand the scriptures.
Then Jesus opened up their mind that they may understand the scriptures, not do away with it. Amen. Okay? So now, let's go and look at the last days in the book of Genesis. We haven't lived to this time. In the very first book of the Bible, we ain't got to this point, y'all. Genesis 49:1. Genesis 49:1. I'm like, wow, we ain't got out of Genesis yet, huh? Interesting. Genesis 49 and verse 1. This must be fulfilled. And Jesus ain't did this yet. 49:1. Read.
And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
In the last days, y'all. We ain't talking about before, we talking beyond the what? Cross. And we are in the law of who? Moses. So this must be fulfilled. So let's get down to verse 8. There's a whole host of things that Jacob speaks of right here. That's why he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and who? Jacob. So right here, verse, let's go right to the point. Let's get down to verse 10. I think that's what I got. Yes, get down to verse 10. Let's see what's going to happen in the last days, y'all. Go ahead.
The scripture should not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
So he said, such shall not depart from Judah, nor a what? Lawgiver. So the law is good. Right now. This is the law that goes beyond the cross, because he's given the law, and the lawgiver shall not depart from the tree until who? Shiloh come. Now we're going to find and we're going to understand that this is one of the Lord's titles. Okay? He got many titles. He's the unleavened bread. He's the Passover. He's the atonement. He's Shiloh. He's the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Lamb of God. Go on and on and on and on. So he has many titles. But let's go and look specifically at this prophecy that needs to be fulfilled by going to Deuteronomy 30th chapter. We're still in the law. The last days have yet to be fulfilled in the law. Deuteronomy 30 and verse 1. We had not got past the days of the law. I'm like, wow, you got to be talking about the law done away with. No wonder the Lord said, it's written, the slain of the Lord going to be many. Woo! You see that? You start looking like, man, I want to be in that millions and millions that the Lord going to slay when he come back. Deuteronomy 30 and verse 1. Read.
And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse.
Now he was talking to his people, Israel in particular. He said, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, go ahead.
Which I have said before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee. And shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day. Thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul. That then the Lord thy God will turn the captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return.
Whoa! And the Lord will what? And will do what?
Return.
And will return. This is talking about the coming of the Lord or Jesus right here. And it said, and will return. God, he said, the Lord thy God will turn that captivity and have compassion upon thee and will return. This is the law. Jesus back here, y'all. Is the Lord back? Second time? Come on. So we know this is the law that's beyond the cross. The law is good beyond the cross, y'all. Because he got to fulfill this. And we haven't lived up to this time, y'all. So God will return and will do what?
And gather thee.
Oh, so this is Shiloh, huh? The Lord is Shiloh. He is Shiloh. Because it said, unto Shiloh shall the gathering of the people be, and he going to gather thee from what? Finish that. From all what? Yeah, read that again. And will return and gather thee. You in verse 12.
And gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God has scattered thee.
Yes, sir, because Israel is scattered, y'all. We got a lesson about who in the land now. It sure ain't us. And us that don't went back there, we done sold out. We done sold out. And the little bit that's in there, they know when they got to run. They got to flee, y'all. Nevertheless, look what it said in verse 4.
If any of the thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven.
Yes, sir.
From thence will the Lord thy God gather thee.
Yes, sir.
From hence will he fetch thee.
Oh, so the Lord thy God is Shiloh, too. That's another one of his titles, y'all. He's the Passover, the unleavened bread. He's Shiloh, the Lamb of God, the tribe of Judah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. He's Melchizedek. He wears many titles, y'all. That's why he said, for his name's sake. Because he got more than one name. But the name that's for salvation is Jesus, y'all. Nevertheless, that's another lesson. But go ahead.
And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers.
Oh, so he gonna multiply us when we go back above our fathers. So, and he gonna be there. So is God over there in the land right now, y'all? Literally, has God returned yet? So the law of Israel's return is yet to be fulfilled. This is beyond the cross, y'all. Let's go to Ezekiel 20 chapter right quick. Ezekiel 20 and 33. This is how he bringing his people back. This is when the law, it is beyond us, y'all. The law of Israel's return goes beyond the cross, y'all. He ain't brought his people back yet. That's why they remain in rest to the people of God. Okay? Isaiah 33, Ezekiel 20 and 33. Go ahead.
As I live, saith the Lord God, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out, will I rule over you.
And we know what kind of fury that is. When he comes with that fire, he said with vengeance and flames of fire, and rebuke with anger. We know the fury that he pouring out. He said, I will rule over you. And you know, you look at, like I said, your people's is a truth. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Go ahead, verse 34.
And I will bring you out from the people, and will gather you out of the country.
Here go Shiloh, y'all. The law said he got to do this, and he ain't done this yet. So this law goes beyond the cross. So he's going to gather us out from the country where we are what? Scattered. It didn't say migrate. There's a difference between migration and scatteration. So we got, my forefather got dragged out here, y'all, by whole slave ships in chains. That's scattering. Migrating. Hey, we coming over here to see how we can prosper, y'all. That's a migration. Anyway. That's what's going on at the southern borders of the U.S. A migration, y'all, not a scattering. Okay, they coming over here willfully because they want to. I put it like that. Scattering, you got dragged over here, y'all. You got dragged. So who's that talking about? Anyway, another lesson. Go ahead.
With a mighty hand.
Yes, sir.
And with a stretched out arm.
Yes, sir.
And with fury poured out.
We read what kind of fury that is. Go ahead.
And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people.
No, I got to bring you to the wilderness. Did the people get in the land to a wilderness, y'all? Because the law still stands. Got to be fulfilled, y'all. Got to go through the wilderness. Go ahead.
And then will I plead with you face to face.
Oh, how God going to do that, y'all? That means he's going to be where? Here. Go ahead.
Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So will I plead with you, saith the Lord of God.
No, so he going to come back here and he going to plead with us face to face in the wilderness. Has that happened yet, y'all? Let's look at the preparation for that by going to Revelations, 7th chapter. Revelation 7th chapter. This is our last place. Revelation 7th chapter. He preparing that to be fulfilled under the 7th seal. Those of us that don't make it into the wilderness, well, we make it 3 years into the Great Tribulation. If we survive that, then the Lord going to seal Israel so that he can fulfill the law of our return. Revelation 7 and verse 1. Revelation 7 and verse 1. Read.
And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth.
They go to 4 corners, huh? North, south, east, and west, y'all. Go ahead.
Holding the 4 winds of the earth.
Yes, sir.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree. And I saw another gospel ascending from the east.
Another angel.
Another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God.
Yes, sir.
And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
Yes, sir.
Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
So he's going to seal the servants of God in their foreheads. We're going to see this is a Baptist, a Methodist, Episcopal, Lutheran, Assembly. It is, blah, 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 etc., etc. Let's see who that is, y'all. Go ahead.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Oh, that's why Jacob said at the top of Genesis 49th chapter, I'm going to tell you what's going to behold happen to you at the last days. Oh, we done went from the beginning of the book, the first book of the Bible, now we in the last book of the Bible, y'all. The law goes beyond the cross, y'all. This law of Israel's return. Watch, he said he sealed 144,000 all the tribes of the children of Israel. How come he didn't say he sealed the Christians? Huh? Dad, he said the tribes of the children of Israel. Wow. Go ahead, let's see if it's physical or spiritual. Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Judah were sealed 12,000.
Oh, no wonder when he started out, he said, as long as we shall not depart from Judah until Shiloh come, and until Shiloh shall the gathering of the people be. That's why they had to be first, because the law of Israel's return is yet to be fulfilled. It's coming when we see this kind of pass. And it is waiting to be fulfilled, y'all, in the law. That's why Jesus said all things must be what? Fulfilled, which is written in the law of what? Moses. So we see the tribe of Judah, 12,000. Go ahead.
Of the tribe of Reuben were sealed 12,000. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000.
So he goes down to all 12 tribes. Now let's get down to verse 9, because we don't know how many of the strangers are going to take hold of the institution that God set up. Because it says it right here, verse 9.
After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people and tongues, stood before the throne.
Oh, Hebrew-speaking people. No, it didn't say that, huh? It said, I beheld a great number, which no man can number, because we don't know how many strangers are going to actually take hold to the institution of God and learn what the Lord gave Israel to deal with. Okay? And we're going to show you that. One other verse out there, so we go. So of all nations, kindreds, and people, and tongues, I don't need to learn Hebrew. I was have to emphasize that. You got people around. So you got to go into Greek concordance, brother, get the Hebrew strong concordant numbers. Really? Anyway, so of all people, kindreds, tongues, stood before what?
Stood before the throne.
Yes, sir.
And before the Lamb.
Yes, sir.
With white robes.
Yes, sir.
And palms in their hands.
Yes, sir.
And cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our God, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb.
Oh, so that's who we've been. So another title for him is the Lamb. Shiloh is the Lamb of God. The unleavened bread of God. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. So let's go to our last place. Romans 9th chapter and verse 4. This is our last place. We clearly see understanding goes beyond the cross, truth beyond the cross, good doctrine. If you keep a good doctrine, you keeping the law. You're a disciple if you get the law and the testimony in you. And your prayers are being heard. And he came and made the law honorable. And anyone that's disrespecting the law and not making it honorable, they ending up in jails or dead. Okay? Or in some worse off condition. So Romans 9th chapter and verse 4. This is our last place, y'all. Go ahead.
Who are Israelites too, pertaining the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law.
Oh, wait. So we clearly see we are the giver of the law, y'all, because there's a law that goes beyond the cross. We just looked at a couple of them. We looked at the 10 Commandments, looked at the dietary law, the law of Israel's return by God, and God being here, because to him will we be gathered. So who are Israelites, to whom pertaining the adoption are the all nations, y'all. We are truly supposed to be the priests of God. We represent the institution to teach everyone so that they can become, so we can have our trophies. Hey, look, that's why Paul got Timothy and Titus and Philemon. Those are Paul's graduates. So now it said, and the giving of the law, because the law that we deal with is good doctrine. He's giving us understanding. We keep it, and the law is the truth. That's why he said the giving of the law. Go ahead.
In the service of God.
See, you can't hold the service of God if you ain't giving no law. And if you run around talking about the laws abolished at the cross, you ain't holding the service of God. It is simple as that. And you ain't got no good doctrine. You lack understanding. You ain't got no truth. And you're not a disciple of the Lord. So whose disciple are you? If you're talking about you ain't got to keep the law. So he said, giving the law and the service of God. Go ahead.
And the promises.
Yes, sir.
Whose are the fathers.
Yes, sir.
Of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came.
Oh.
Who was over all, God blessed forever. Amen.
Yes, sir. And I'm going to leave it right there because we had just showed you the laws that go, some of the laws. We'll deal with it. We'll continue on, y'all. That go beyond the cross. I hope you got some understanding about that. This, the Lord's Sabbath.